Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra, if you have not been here before. And today I just wanted to give you guys like a life update video. Back in summer, I used to do these videos once a week, and it was just kind of a fun way to like let you guys know like what was new in my life, like what was going on. And I haven't done one since like the end of August. I gave up in September because where things got busy and my kids went back to school. And that was the plan all along. Like I didn't want to continue. And I knew that I'd probably be busy in the upcoming months, and I was. So we're just back. And I think I had promised to do like monthly update videos, and then September, October kind of got carried away. And now we're sitting at November 11th. It's going to be a filming day for me today. I literally have 6 videos to edit when I'm done. So I'm going a little crazy, but my kids are on fall break as of today. So they've got the rest of the week off. And I was like, perfect. I'm going to wake up when they're in bed and I'm going to film all of the videos, get them done. And so that's what we're doing. So they are up now. They're up in their room. My daughter has a play date today, actually. So I have to get everything going for that. But anyway, I wrote down some notes. This was yesterday's list. I did not too bad. Today's list is bigger. It kind of got carried away with me, and I don't know how that happened. It's just like I kept thinking, oh, I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. And like, I know it's funny because I know people talk about intentional planning, especially with Planner Perfect. This is why we script our days and we're trying to be intentional with what we can actually get done in a day. But when I look at all of the things I have to do, I'm basically in charge of everything, like my kids, my house, my pets, my happiness, my personal development, like everything. And at times I'm like, okay, no, you know what, Chad, you're on your own. You're an adult. Take care of things. But I still need to be kind of the director of things because he doesn't know what's going on. All he does is he goes to work, he eats and he sleeps. And if I need other things done, I have to tell him. For me, I think I'm struggling right now in my head. Like I've got decision fatigue. I've got like I'm making all the decisions on my own, and it's a struggle. Like I'm struggling, um, and like I'm trying to focus on my health. I've been focusing on physio for my knee. I do have um, a potential knee replacement appointment coming up, and we're trying to prolong it so that I can wait till I'm in my 50s. I'm only 43 and I don't want to get a knee replacement. I've got little kids and I want to be able to be functional. But then I'm like, okay, well, I'm in pain every day. How functional am I able to be? I can't even get down on my knees because it hurts too much. I have a list here to kind of keep me on track. So I'm going to give you guys all of the updates that I thought about at the time of. Um, First of all, I am in my Torino binder. So this is her here, my Franklin Torino binder. And I used this binder last November too. For my Planner Perfect, I'm in my Arabella TN. I have 5 books in here because I added my Christmas book because I'm getting ready for Christmas. So this thing is massive. I've also got this ribbon in here from Taylor Plan. I didn't put this in at the beginning, but it kind of matched with the nice browns. It's got green and orange and lace. So it was kind of pretty. And I was like, you know what? And then I kind of got into it because I ended up going on Etsy and I ordered like a couple of Christmas ribbons from her again. So I was like, you know what? I forgot about this one. I need to go and grab it and put it in my planner. Currently up for work, I'm still in my Jeans Agenda. So I am a Jeans Agenda affiliate. I'm actually an affiliate with all of my favorite companies, which I'm so grateful for because I work with and I love all of these companies for different reasons. I'm a Power Sheets affiliate, Jeans Agenda affiliate, Franklin affiliate, and then also a Planner Perfect affiliate, but they call it an ambassador. So look down below in my description. You can see all of my codes that you can use. It will help me in my business, and it allows me to get like a small affiliate income. It's not actually that much. You'd be surprised by how little it is, but if a lot of people use my codes, it does add up. I also work with Amazon too. I think it's on my Canadian page. I have an Amazon page where you can go and see all my favorite products. But then I also have, if I leave links for the US ones, it'll be down below in the description. I tend to get lazy and then I forget to add the links. Even like my pen, I could be adding like my Twill pen link every day and I never do. These Twill pens are amazing. They're like the gel ink. I just love them. Anyway, again, off topic. So I also have a bullet journal. So I started a bullet journal um, because I was kind of missing the creative aspect of it, but then I ended up planning in it. And now I'm feeling like it's so repetitive and I'm just so tired of like filling in the extra stuff. Let me show you. So I'm using this one from Compoko. It's this brand here, Compoko, and it's the black cat one. So I'll just show you the pages if you can see it. Hopefully it's not backwards. So that was my cover page. And then I did a future log that looks like that. This was October. So a little crazy. That one, October was pretty busy. This page, I hated it. I decided not to do it. It was like another calendar, but like the list type calendar. And I didn't, it was so, I don't even know why I did it. It was such a waste of time. And master tasks. I'm like, why am I doing master tasks again when I already have that in my other planners? It's such a waste of time. So this is from Cindy Guntart Baldo. It's like a lettering challenge and a drawing challenge. This is like daily success because it's like something positive that happens in your life every day. So I write that down, kind of like an affirmation or a gratitude, but I just call it glimmers and successes. So it could be something as simple as woke up and my sheets were nice and cool and I felt so comfortable in bed when I woke up. Okay, so this was October's doodles. They didn't turn out as great as I wanted to because they were rushed. I ended up doing a whole bunch really, really quickly because I started this in the middle of October. This was the lettering challenge. And then this was my week. So I decided to do like lettering. That part was kind of fun. I didn't mind that. This was like the second or the last week of October. So I did Halloween theme, did little doodles in there. And then November is kind of plain. So like I don't need a monthly calendar in my bullet journal. I don't need that. I want this. Like this is something I want. So, you know, to be able to draw, do little doodles in there. And then this is my so far for November. So I don't mind that. I still have to like trace over this and this one with like a dark pen. Haven't bothered to do that yet. And I haven't done today's entry either. And then for the week, see, this is redundant. I don't need to do that, but I'm doing it. I don't know why. All I really need is the doodle part of it. Maybe the monthly calendar, but the doodle, the lettering, I'm having fun with this one. And yeah, again, I don't need that. I don't even know why I'm bothering. So then somebody had mentioned just do it in your Planner Perfect notebook, like do the doodle a day page and then the lettering. So I might just do that if I could find a spare page, but I might just leave this notebook and just continue doing the doodles and the lettering challenge because like, why am I doing this, which is extra work? Part of me was like, oh, I need to get back into bullet journaling because I miss it so much. But like my work has expanded so much, like exponentially, that I don't have time to draw out the bullet journal and I don't have time, even though I'm doing that, but it's not like it was before. Literally, I think I would do spreads before I did a Mario theme. It took me 4 hours to draw in color. I don't do that. I just simply do a quick drawing and that's it. So it takes me like 5 minutes. But yeah, that was an update. And then I want to show you guys my work planner and my ideas for it. So like I said, I'm a Jane's Agenda affiliate. This is a Jane's Agenda cover. It's the Nori Green cover. And I really enjoy it, but I'm in junior size. And it's way too big. I don't need it. It's a reference planner. So for example, like I've got tabs like finance. I do have goals in here. I've got a schedule. I've got shop, blog, and notes. And business, so like basically just reference stuff like YouTube routines, and I don't need such a big planner. And so I'm going to be doing a hybrid system for 2026. So this is a Planners Anonymous Melody. I recently switched this. I was using my Under the Stars one. So if you guys know Planners Anonymous, like how cute, right? That's so cute. This is what is called a Melody. It's not real leather. It is like, you know, plastic or PVC, PVU, I don't know what they call it, but whatever. People call it leather. This is the Planners Anonymous one, and I love these because they have a decoration on the front and they give you something visual and interesting to look at. They're also B6 plus size, which means they can be used for a variety of different sizes. I currently have inserts in here from Jane's Agenda that are mini and they fit perfectly. I also have Jane's Agenda discs in here. I've got the gold ones. These are the champagne gold, but I will be switching them out for I think the lavender ones for January. So this is like my cute little planner. Here, let me show you, see if I've got both of them here. So these discs are going to go perfectly. You can't really see them, can you? Let's see if I can open them. Anyway, I did not subscribe to the November box for Jane's Agenda, and November had the little planner disc organizer. So I am going to see if they'll have that available later on, and I'm going to purchase it, I think, because I want a place to store all my discs. I have them in a baggie right now, and I don't want them to get scratched. So this is the color that I'll be switching, so you can tell like how well is that going to go, right? It's perfect. It's so shiny. Anyway, I also have these purple ones, but they're a bit darker. So very excited, but I want a disc storage. I wanted to get it, and I just couldn't justify the whole box because I didn't like the rest of it. I just wanted that box. So what I'm going to do here, I've already went ahead and I ordered my inserts for 2026. I got my Franklin inserts. You guys, if you want to know, and you are Franklin people or Planner Perfect people, because we're talking about that too. For my Franklin inserts, I did get was it the Daily Grace or the Modern Grace weekly insert. So they're very similar to the Beautiful Life inserts that Teresa Collins and Franklin Covey worked on a couple of years ago. They're similar, they're not the same. Apparently people speak on the quality isn't that great, but I'm going to get them for myself, try them out, and I'll let you guys know. I'll give you my honest opinion, my honest review. So they're coming. And for the dailies, for 2025, I was using Carrera Day on 2 page. I will be using her point of view. I don't decorate with stickers on my dailies as much just because I'm too busy. I would normally do that. I've got tons of stickers, so that's not the issue. It's just I don't have time. So I wanted a little bit of decoration and color on my pages, so that's why I got her point of view. And they're so pretty. I've had them before many times. And I'm excited for those to come in. So that's it for Franklin. And then for Planner Perfect, I placed an order, and I'll share those things with you when they come in, but I got 2 books for my business planner. So I actually got B6 size to fit in this planner. I'm obsessed. I'm loving this so much. So currently I have like my Jane's Agenda covers. So right here, this one doesn't go with it, but I'll switch it out in the new year. And I've got all of my Jane's Agenda like tabs. I'm just gonna see if I can do this. So my tabs and stuff, all of my little sections, the same that are in my current planner. So I've got, on the top, I have stats, business, and goals. On the bottom, I've got routines, YouTube, and brain dump. And on the side, I have admin, finance, schedule, shop, blog, and notes. So in the schedule section, I just have these inserts from Jane's Agenda that we got in one of the sub boxes. And I might use them. Like, I like this idea of putting like the things you have to do like as a tracker on your monthly calendar. I like that, but I won't be using those consistently. There's also like a daily here, so you can kind of iron down what you want as a priority for your day. But I will be using the Planner Perfect system in a B-size book. So I'm going to be putting the booklet. I might just like lay it down in the back and just kind of like have it sit here, because these rings, like the discs, are so big for this tiny little planner. I have 2-inch discs because it's what I was using with my half letter, and I'm not going to go back and like repurchase 1.5 or 1.25 for every single color I own. Like I have all of the best colors except for like the brown one. And the one that I really wish I'd gotten was the regular copper when it first came out. I got the rose copper, but I wanted the regular copper and I missed out. So that makes me sad. So anyway, but the 2-inch discs fit in here, and I'm just going to be using my Planners Anonymous, Jane's Agenda, because I still have the subscriptions per month. So I'll be using whatever comes in those boxes, which I'm very excited about. And I've got the Jane's Agenda like dividers in here, and then I'll be using the Planner Perfect books to map out like my content. So one of them will be a yearly planner, which is going to be good for my goals and my stats. And then a 6-month agenda. I only got one so far, and I'll get the other one closer to June. But the 6-month agenda will be my content planner and ideas and stuff like that. So I was like, this is going to be the perfect system. And I will have videos on setting that up. I'm probably going to decorate the Planner Perfect agendas. So very excited because I don't usually decorate my work planner, but like, look how cute. Isn't it adorable? I love it. I've got a handful of these. I've got like 2 Christmas ones. I've got like a fall one. I've got this one under the stars, and I've just got like, I think I've got 6 or 7, and they're so cute. I'm going to switch them out like every time the season changes. So I'm very excited about this. I live in Alberta, Canada. So we're fairly far north, and we're actually doing good right now. Like it's sunny outside and there's no snow and there's nothing on the ground. But on November 7th, which was like last Friday, it snowed about 3 inches. It actually did melt. So I was very happy with that. Usually it always snows here Halloween and the snow usually stays. So I think it was last year and this year. Last year didn't snow until like December. So I feel like it's kind of getting pushed back later and later, but I'm not mad at that because once the snow hits the ground, people start driving like crazy. Like there were 50 accidents on Friday when it first started snowing. And so it's very dangerous on the driving conditions. And that's why I try not to go too far if the roads are bad. Like I try not to make appointments for in winter. It's just like one of those things. Like it's not fun to live here in winter and it's very cold. And yesterday was Monday. I think it was like 10 degrees. So that was very warm for this time of year. Usually it's about -2, -5 around there. I'm also going to post, well, I don't know if I want to post Halloween content um, and post pictures because I actually made a couple that were a little scary. So I did my own makeup for Halloween. I was Little Red Riding Hood, but what I did was I put scratches on my face. If you guys want to see it, go to my Sandra Doll Beauty channel. The link is down below as well. It's I did a makeup video and I showed what I did. So I put scratches on my face, kind of coming down like this, and then I put a colored contact in my eye to make it look like I was turning into a wolf. And it was really cool. Anyway, my husband was a Viking and we went to our Halloween karaoke costume contest and I won first prize, $150 plus a $25 gift card, and my husband won third prize, which is $50. So it was really fun. We had a great time, and that was um, that was that was like a really good night. But I just wanted to let you guys know that yes, the last 2 years we've been dressing up. I won first prize last year and then again this year. So kind of proud of it because my makeup skills are improving. I do have a makeup channel and I consider myself a makeup artist, but I don't actually do people's makeup. I've only just done my own, but practice makes perfect and I'm getting a lot better. I also wanted to discuss the topic I brought up on one of my videos last week about Etsy. So I had mentioned that I had an order for $45 and I received $4 income for that order. So Etsy it costs a lot of money to run Etsy. Um, now I was saying immediately that like my husband found out about that. He was like, you have to shut that down. Like you can't be paying that kind of money. Like that's ridiculous. You know, your time and energy and supplies. It's not so much the supplies at this point. It's about my energy. Like I spent like an hour and a half doing that order and I made $4 from 45 bucks. So Etsy took like a lot of money off that one order. And even if operating costs were between like $300 to $500 a year for Etsy, I also spend about $1,000 on my website. So, and I'd rather have my website. It gives me more bonuses. I get to put my content on there. I can have videos on there. And it's like a landing page for people to come to see all of my other content. So, Etsy does not provide the value that, like, the only value they provide is to have the available market for people to find you on Etsy. But the problem is they need to want what you're selling. And since the Canada Post strikes have happened, like last year they had a 2 month long strike, this year they had a month long strike. They're still on strike, but they're doing rotating strikes. So, like, each city shuts down for, a day to like 5 days, and then they start back up again. But between the Canada Post strikes, which is our postage, whatever, here in Canada, and then between the tariff situation between the States and Canada, I have received zero orders. I get one order once every 3 months. So for me to just pay $300 to $500 out of pocket, I'm paying Etsy for me to have my products on Etsy, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not getting paid. So I'm going to shut Etsy down in the new year. It's like an executive final decision. I'm done. And this is not the first time that I thought about this. I've been on Etsy now for 4 years, 3 or 4 years, ever since I opened my shop. Maybe it's been 5 years. I'd have to go back and look. But anyway, I have not been very successful on Etsy, and I've received more orders like in the same time period on my website, and I get charged more for my website. But it, again, like I was saying before, it gives me more value. There's more things I can do on there. So I'm going to shut down Etsy and just strictly be operating off of my website. And I'm going to save myself a lot of money and energy. So I will not be listing double. And I'm so tired of it. I'm just exhausted. And I just wanted to let everybody know. And it's going to be a lot cheaper. The only thing that sucks about it is that Etsy offers um, you can use Klarna for Etsy, so you can like pay for your order using like 4 equal payments, which helps if you want to make a big order. But and my website obviously won't have that. But from what I see, most people that order from me don't use that anyway. So I'm just I'm just done. I'm done. It's been, I think I wanted to do it like 2 years ago, and then I talked myself out of it, to my viewers, like you guys talked me out of it, and now I'm just done. So I'm actually going to be looking around at different websites. So I'm going to look at Shopify and GoDaddy and Wix and a couple of other ones, because right now I'm using Squarespace and I'm not sure if I'm happy with what they're providing. So I'm just going to look around and see what's available, do some research, and I'm going to be aiming for quarter 1. By the end of quarter 1, I should have my new website up and running. Okay, so I also got Cocoa Daisy yesterday. I filmed the video. I will have that video up this week for you guys. The Cocoa Daisy December sub box, I got like every sub, like everything except for the scrapbooking one, but basically everything else I got. So there's so much to go through. I did the video last night. It was kind of low energy because it was like I was super tired, but I had to get it done while my kids were sleeping. So that was when I did it. But that'll be up soon. Another question I have for you guys is, should I start budget videos again? So we're approaching a new year. I'm going to be setting up my budget for 2026. I've got the new Budget by Paycheck workbook from the Budget Mom, and I really want to get back into budgeting. I've had a handful of people ask me, and I understand that in today's age that we need some good examples of how people budget. But I remember from like a couple years ago, I started to get a lot of negative feedback on like what I was spending, why I was buying what I was buying. And I don't think that that's appropriate. Like, people can have opinions and you're putting stuff online. But at the same time, I'm like, if you have a negative comment to say, you should probably not say it. And that's what I do. Like, if I find content on YouTube or Instagram that I don't like, I usually just scroll past. I just, swipe by it. I don't actually have the time in my day to leave a negative comment or a negative review unless it's really, really bad content, or like something really negative, like seeing an animal killed or something. I can't tolerate that. Um, But if it's like people's personal content, why would you waste your time leaving negative reviews and negative comments? Like, this is what I don't understand. People who have too much time or are not happy with their own lives. It's like the same in real life when people are criticizing you or being mean to you. It's like there's something happening in their life that they're miserable with. So I understand that. I get that. But at the same time, like, I'm not going to open myself up for criticism on purpose, basically. So in my head, I'm like, okay, if I posted budget videos online, is that going to cause people, like, is that going to be more good than bad? Like, is it going to help people more than I'm going to get like negative comments? So anyway, that's just a feeler for what you guys want to see. I don't mind sharing it, and I think it is beneficial for people, and you can see like how other people budget. And like there's a lot of times like I'll watch videos online that people, especially people who buy planner stuff, and I would like to see like not necessarily how they justify buying planner stuff because I think people are allowed to buy whatever they want. You're earning your money. It's your family's money. You spend your money how you see fit. That's your thing that makes you happy. Go for it. But I always wanted to like see how people budget for that. Like, how do you pay for that? Like, how much money do you make? How much like do you allocate for food and for bills? Like, I like seeing that. I mean, call it like being too nosy, but it's just something that's interesting. And I know a lot of people. I think the budget mom had come up with a video saying like people were criticizing her and dropping from her channel because now she was no longer relatable because she was making so much money and like buying things that were out of other people's realistic price range that they didn't want to follow her anymore. So I think I might go back to budgeting. I've talked to my husband about it and he's on the fence and I'm on the fence. So I need you guys to persuade me. If you want to see those videos, let me know. Um, just persuade me. I want some reasons why I should do that again. And if they're good reasons and I feel like doing it, I will make it happen. So a couple more things. So the basement, my basement project, I've talked about this with a few people on my channel already that have watched me. I finally did my basement 2 nights ago, you guys. I'm so proud. I wish I had the beginning, like a before and after picture, but I went down to the basement. It took an hour and a half. Um, to do it. And I thought it was going to take days, but I just went solid for an hour and a half. I didn't have kids down there with me. I didn't. My husband was upstairs watching them, and I just did it. And it's all done except for the kid stuff and a handful of other things. I need to like wash the floors and vacuum and stuff, but for the organizing part, I did it. And I'm so, so proud of myself. I'm so happy I can finally cross it off my list. Today, we're actually going to go down and do the kids stuff, and the kids are going to go through and let me know what toys they want to like send to Goodwill and get rid of. But I'm just very, very happy with my progress on that. And yeah, like I said, I wish I had a before and after. Right now, all you're going to see are these like stacks of Rubbermaid containers. I've got like 7 high, and then there's like 6 to 7 like rows. So tons of stuff down there. But I've got like we've got 5 members of our family, and I've got a lot of stuff. I came with a lot of stuff when I moved in with my husband, and I didn't want to get rid of it all. So I ended up getting rid of like did I say 60 to 70% of my stuff when we had a garage sale a couple years ago. So there was even more, and I don't know how I collected so much, but over the years since having kids, like a lot of their stuff has been collecting down there again. So that's a big part of it. So the basement is good. And then I guess the other thing that I need to talk about is content for December. So I'm getting geared up to start planning for December content. So I guess it's kind of where the budget videos come into. If you want to see how I'm budgeting for December and for Christmas, or should I just start fresh in January? That's a question for the ages. But for my content, I tentatively have my content schedule for December ironed out. So how it's going to work is and keep in mind, part of me was like, I'm not going to do any content for December. I'm going to sit my butt on the couch and watch Hallmark movies all day. But I don't know if I can do that. I do like having Vlogmas in December because it's kind of a memory for my kids as well. So if I do Vlogmas, what I do is I vlog like 3 to 10 minutes a day. I try to keep it under 5. I try, but it's hard, right? It's so hard to try to capture your entire day in like 3 minutes. But I vlog every single day, even on the weekends. And then I compile all of those vlogs into a weekly video. So I'll have, I think it's Sunday or Monday that I post those videos. And then Plan Miss is starting December 1st to the 25th. And I show how I plan every day, every morning, and I post the video as soon as I'm done. Like I edit it and then post it. I also try to keep those videos down to a minimum. And I just show how I go through my daily routine of planning and what I do every day. Those are from the 1st to the 25th. And then I also pre plan a bunch of videos. So I pre film, pre plan, pre film. I'm starting my prep work for my Cultivate What Matters goal planning stuff for 2026. I'm going to start it filming today. I'm going to do video 1 today and I post it sometime in December. I think I do, like, I'll usually post on Monday, Tuesday. So there'll be quite a few days in December where I've got multiple videos posting. So, like, say for example, on Monday, I'll have Vlogmas, I'll have my prep work video, and then I'll also have a makeup video. So there's like 3 videos going live in one day. It's ridiculous, but it's something that's necessary. And what I'll do is, like, if I have 6 prep work videos, I think there's 5. There could be 6. We'll see. But I'll have 5 or 6, and then I'll do like a Monday, Tuesday each week until they're done. And then at the end, so starting from Christmas or Boxing Day on until the 1st of January, I'll have all of my pre-filmed content. So I'm going to have my business planner, my Franklin planner, my Planner Perfect planner, my budget planner, if I set that up, and my goal planner. So I'll have January goals. Like, it's a lot of content. So I show how I'll also do like a planner stack and talk about how I'm using each planner together. And there's just like all of these videos, and they'll basically cover from the 26th right up until the 1st. So for Planmas, I'll be filming Monday to Friday. Saturday, I'll have my Plan With Me for Franklin. Sunday is Planner Perfect. I'll still be continuing those weekly videos. So even though I want like pretty much Christmas to New Year's off, I'll still be filming the weekly stuff. So that will be like current. But yeah, and then January will slow right down again. So if there's any ideas that you guys have, I do also have, like, I'm going to be doing a review of my planner. So, like, I don't review like my inserts from January to December. I just review all of the sections and, like, what worked for me, what didn't work, what I've done, what I haven't done. Um, a couple of you, like, when I reached out on a poll on my community channel, I asked you guys, like, what would you like to see? Like, is there anything new that you want to see? And then a couple of you responded to the comments saying like what you wanted. And that was pretty much like a review of my systems and like what has worked and what hasn't worked. So I'm going to do a big video with that, probably with my business planner and my regular planner, because my regular planning system is kind of like a catch-all. So I do on my dailies, I do all of the things I do in my life. Like, that'll be like business and personal stuff. But for the most part, like on my monthly calendar and my weekly calendar, sorry, my son is up. You can probably hear him. My monthly and my weekly are just like personal stuff and like my family, my kids' school, that kind of thing. But my dailies are everything. And then my business planner is basically just a reference planner. So I would get into all of that stuff in those videos. I would do it separately. And then I might even have one for Planner Perfect. I don't know. But I think it would be interesting, and like it also gives you guys some ideas of how to set up your planner and what's worked for me and what I use and what I don't use and why I use it and all of those sorts of things. So I was planning on doing like a motivation video and a systems video and like make it really formal and like have written out notes and have like certain topics. But I think it's just easier to like have my planner in front of me and talk about the systems right there. And you know what? I think done is better than perfect, right? So instead of having a formal video, just informally talk about it. And I think you guys would appreciate that much more because you get to see my planner at the same time. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to talk about, this video is turned into like a 40-minute video, are the current books that I'm reading. So this is the one that I'm on right now. It's called Duskbound. If you guys want to follow her, and she probably would love this, there's a girl on Instagram. Actually, my sister sent me her link. Her name is Kayla_books. I'll put it on the screen for you. If you are into, like, if you guys have liked A Court of Thorns and Roses or Throne of Glass, or even I don't know, I'm kind of like Karen Marie Moning. She's like one of my favorite authors of all time. But this book, the first one was called Riftborn. This one is called Duskbound. And then the third one is called Ascended. And that one's out. You can read it. But I'm reading this one. I'm halfway through. And this is way better than the first one. But I think you're supposed to read like Riftborn and Duskbound first, and then you can read Ascended, which is again the newest one. But Ascended is like a different storyline, but it kind of these ones kind of give a background. So this is what I'm currently reading. It is by Greenwich and Lennox, and they like these aren't new. I don't know how new they are, but anyway, the girl on Instagram, Kayla_books, she gives like recommendations and like that particular genre. So I don't know what you call it, like romance, um, romance fiction, but like not science fiction, but like like with dragons and like magic and that kind of stuff. So um, I've been paying attention to all of the books that she is like talking about, and I'm not going to lack for book recommendations anymore. So if you guys want a good book recommendation, this one's not bad. The first one, like I said, was kind of boring. This one's much better. And yeah, it's interesting. I still don't know if it's going to top Throne of Glass. I think that one is amazing. And also anything by Karen Marie Moning, especially the Fever series, hands down my all-time favorite. But also, is it called House at Signal Hill or Watch Hill? I can't remember now. But if you look up Karen Marie Moning, it'll come up. That one was amazing. It was epic, but it was more like it didn't have as much romance in it. There was no romance in that one, but it was really good. I couldn't put it down. So anyway, that's it for me, you guys. Until the next update video, I'll try to have another one in December, but it's going to be a crazy busy time for me. So we'll see. I'll try my best. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's update video. If you have any questions, comments, whatever it is, leave it down below. I love hearing from you guys, especially the ones that like you guys are pretty consistent with leaving comments. And I appreciate you guys. I consider some of you my friends. And even though we've never really met in person, and it's just nice to kind of catch up and talk. So again, leave comments down below. Let's chat. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please subscribe, click on the bell button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.